Hello my creative friends. Today I'm going to show you how I got this image here instead of showing you just the whole card. It's a new technique for me and I thought I would share it with you. I got the inspiration for this card from the Color Cue Challenge. Each week they come out with different colors for you to combine and make a card or a scrapbook page or another project, mostly cards. But it's a fun way to try new color combinations you might not have before. It definitely stretches me and has me trying new things. So this week it's chocolate chip, calypso coral, blushing bride, and certainly celery and white, whisper white. The image I'm going to use is this corset from the Rue des Fleurs. So I mounted that corset onto my clear block, and I don't have the big chocolate chip ink pad, but I do have the ink spots in neutral, and chocolate chip is one of those. So you're just going to ink it up. And this, I was filming this before and my son came and knocked on the door and interrupted me and I lost my train of thought, so I started all over again. But what you're going to do is take a piece of designer series paper, any kind of pattern paper actually would work, and if the pattern has an up, a down, a right, or left, just make sure, like this one, the hearts definitely have a right or an up and a down. You want to make sure that you're stamping in the correct direction, but for this card it really doesn't matter. Take your decorative paper and stamp your image. I'm going to set this to the side, and while I still have ink on here, I'm going to take a piece of Whisper White cardstock. You can cut your cardstock down to the size you want your finished piece to be, or just use any scrap and cut it to size afterwards. And go ahead and stamp that. And I'm going to set that to the side. Since this is dark ink and it's going to be a while before I get to it, I'm going to go ahead and just clean it right now. I like to clean my images as soon as I'm done, especially when it's a darker ink. My mother-in-law is the queen of cutting, and admittedly I am not. But I tell my kids, practice, practice, practice. And you may not get perfect, but you will definitely get better if you practice. So I'm practicing. The other thing is using the right tools can sometimes make all the difference in the world. So I went ahead and purchased these paper snips. They're less than $10, so definitely worth the investment. They are so super sharp and they're so thin that it gets right in there. So wish me luck. I'm going to cut on camera. Basically what you're going to do is you're just going to cut around the outline of the image. I'm just going to cut the bottom of the corset out, and I'm going to leave the flowers on top. And when you're done, you have this little corset. You can see, you attach it, it looks like that. Isn't that cool? Okay, so I'm just going to take my snail adhesive. So I cut the top off of this corset image, and I'm just going to line that up right here. And there you go, as easy as that. You've got a decorative little corset. Now, to bump it up a little bit more, I took my Blushing Bride and Calypso Coral, and take Certainly Celery markers and color in everything. So what I did, just to add a little bit more, is I added some color here to the stripes. I'm gonna have to get closer so I can see. So there you go, you just color it in any way you choose, and it adds a nice decorative touch. I layered this on Certainly Celery and this piece of patterned cardstock from, I think it's a Sweet Shop. It's a Sweet Shop collection. I'll have to look. I'll post it on my blog what it's called. And then I layered it again. It's just a nice decorative touch. And to do this and make sure it lined up, I used the Stamp-A-Ma-Jig, which will be in a coming video. And this is just a fun little surprise I'll show you because I have it here. But I used a piece of paper that I had cut out with using the framelits for something else. I used the framelit, but it left me with this hole. So I attached this to that, and look what I got. Isn't that cute? Nice little surprise. So there you go. Try it out. Try stamping on a piece of colored designer series paper and see if you like the results. Thanks for joining me. Bye.